Hello everyone, it is Christopher Allen with Christopher Allen Designs, and today I have a little bit of a different video for us. I get a lot of questions, a lot of comments, as well as a lot of emails asking me why I upgraded to the Cricut Explore. I've decided that I'm going to do a response video for everyone that has ever asked me that question, and I'm going to do the top 10 reasons that I upgraded to the Cricut Explore. I actually made myself a little bit of a list, and it is down here taped to my craft table so that the fan that is on above me does not blow it away. And what we're going to do is we're going to just jump right in. I'm going to try to make this video a little bit shorter so that it is not a lengthy one and you can hear all of the 10 reasons and not have to watch like a 30-minute video. So we're going to get started. I'm going to preface this and say that all of these 10 reasons, there's no real order to them. There's not one reason that is more significant than the other. It's just how I wrote them down on my piece of paper. So number one, my number one reason that I upgraded to the Cricut Explore is that we no longer need cartridges. Obviously, these are what the cartridges look like. We all have a ton of them, and we don't need these anymore. I want to also kind of circle back. If you have all of these wonderful cartridges, you can still plug them into your machine, go into Design Space, the new software, and of course upload them, and you still have the ability to use all of those cartridges you've already purchased, but now we no longer have to purchase them. You are able to go right onto Cricut.com and you can purchase a digital version of the cartridges that you would like, and you don't have to have all of these cartridges to store, and you don't have to worry about keeping the cartridges in order or the books or anything like that. You can now get the digital cartridges, as well as you are able to take your existing cartridges and go ahead and load those in. So that's going to be my first reason that I upgraded to the Cricut Explore. Number two is going to be the updated software. I adore the new Design Space software. It has a much richer user interface. Also, I really enjoy that whenever I'm taking a look at my different Cricut images, I am able to go ahead and see the actual image, as opposed to kind of just seeing some layers, I guess I would say. I really like the visual appeal of the Design Space. Whenever I'm looking at a Cricut image, I'm seeing all of the colors, all of the layers, and with a subscription of over 20,000 images for only $9.99, you want to be able to see all of those images that you're using, or those cut files, before you use them. So again, for my number two, that's going to be the new Design Space software. For number three is going to be the ability to cut SVG files. I have been waiting for a very long time, since I got my original Baby Bug Cricut, and I've always wanted to be able to cut SVG files. There are so many SVG files out there. There are a lot of great different places and websites that you can get these SVG files for your new Cricut Explore machine, and to be able to make your own SVG files and cut and import the SVG files and import different things to be able to cut that are your own, and the ability to use your own fonts is wonderful. I, as a designer, love to use the different things that I have created, and with the previous Cricut machines, I was unable to do that. I was only able to use the cartridges that were provided from Cricut. So that would be my number three. My number four is going to be the Smart Cut dial. I love the Smart Cut dial, and let me tell you why. Before, with the previous Cricut machines, as you all very well know, most likely from watching this video, if you've had those old machines, you had to adjust quite a few things before you would cut your material. You would have to adjust the pressure, you'd have to adjust the speed. There were a couple of different things that were being adjusted, and that obviously took some time to figure out and look at a chart and make sure you had the right cut settings for that project. We don't have to do that anymore. With the Smart Cut dial, we are now able to just spin that dial to the exact material that we're using, or spin it to the custom setting, and you can go ahead and cut whatever material you would like, and you don't have to change any settings. The settings are already pre-changed for us when you cut that dial, when you turn that dial. So that's great. I also like that it's going to pause in between layers. So if I'm doing something like a chipboard cutout, and then I want to apply vinyl to it, I can switch out my mat in between, and I can turn that dial, and it's going to automatically know what setting I need to be on. That's fantastic for me. We're going to move into with the Smart Cut dial. I really like that we now have a huge variety of materials that we can cut with the machine. We can go all the way from a heavy leather all the way down to a piece of tissue paper. I have cut a lot of different materials with my Cricut Explore, and I have not found a material yet that was not able to be cut with the machine. Now, just to kind of preface this, you will need the deep cut blade for some of the cuts that I do on my channel, and I will always let you know what blade I am using. If I don't say it's the deep cut blade, it's going to be just the standard blade that comes with the machine, but for the heavy leather and some stencil material and things like that, I do use the deep cut blade, and I will always let you know that beforehand. Number 6 is going to be the ability to score. This is a big one too. Before, whenever we wanted to score something, or something is scored in a previous, or another, manufacturer of a machine, we were getting perforated lines. The big problem with that is that if you are using paper that has a white core, meaning that when you rip the paper and you look at the rip mark, it's going to be, there's a white that's inside. It's not fully dyed all the way through. The problem with that is you are going to, when you have the perforations and you close that, you are going to see that white with the perforations on the close of the card on the outside. I never really liked that. So with the score tool, you are now able to put the scoring tool into the machine, and that score tool is going to do all that scoring for you, and we no longer will see any white cores on the inside. Also, with that scoring tool, I've used it to emboss foil sheets. I've also used it to emboss sequin sheets. So really, you can do whatever you need to do with that scoring tool to emboss or just score something that you're doing for a card. The rosettes, the scoring tool is, it's a must. I mean, what if you've ever made a rosette with the Cricut machine? It cuts beautifully. They are great with the older machines, but you always had to score everything after you had completed them. I don't know about you, but doing 22 score lines for half of a rosette was just not in my time frame. So now letting the machine do all that scoring for you is absolutely amazing. Number 7 is going to be the ability to use the markers in the machine. Previously, obviously, in the other Cricut machines, the other expression machines, you were purchasing markers that were kind of thick and bulky, and they just didn't really come in the colors that necessarily you wanted to use. And now there are, I believe, 4 lines out with the Cricut machine of different types of markers that you can use, from a fine tip up to a little bit of a bulkier tip. And I use them for creating drawn stamps that you can color in. I also use them for sentiments on cards. Sometimes I'll just use them just to draw something out on a card and create a background. So the ability to use the markers and switch out the markers as easily as you can is just incredible with this machine. Next is going to be the Bluetooth. I love the Bluetooth connectability. I love that I am able to have my computer here and have my Explorer behind me if I need it to be, because I sometimes need some more workspace on my general desk. So to be able to go ahead and hit go, and it's going to cut behind me. I just walk over to the machine. I know a lot of you are going to ask, well, how do you know that what it's cutting and when it's going to cut that next thing? The nice thing about, again, the Cricut Explore and a part of the Bluetooth connectability is it is going to continually feed those mats for you. So if you are doing one color, you're going to hit that go button or the Cricut head, and it will cut that mat. Then as long as you know what the next color is, which from across the room I can definitely see what that color is going to be, I can just put in the next mat with my next material on it, and it's going to keep on going. That is going to bring me to my number 9 thing that I love about the Cricut Explore and why I upgraded, and that is the multiple cut capability. When I say multiple cut capability, I am not talking about the ability to cut multiple times around something so that if it's a thicker material, it will detach. I am talking about when you are making a large amount or multiples of a certain project. For instance, if you need to make a bunch of gift tags, if you have a business and you use gift tags for your product, you are able to cut multiples and multiples of that with the machine, one after another, and the machine remembers what project that you are doing, and you don't have to go back and work with the computer and things like that. It will just continually cut them as long as you keep hitting the go button, which is absolutely fantastic with this machine, again, for doing cards, for doing, if you're doing some like hearts or something, like some sort of a simple, or I guess complex if you would want to, but a simple design, and you need a bunch of them, you can just keep hitting go and it's going to keep cutting those for you. My number 10, which I guess I did kind of do these in order, but some of them could have been mixed up in between, but number 10 is my definite favorite, which is the print to cut. Unfortunately, I don't have any more information than everyone else has on the print to cut and the newsletter that was released, but from my understanding, we are going to be able to go ahead and take all of our Cricut images that we know and love, the layer files, and we're going to be able to print them and then cut them, which is so exciting. The reason that that's exciting, I guess, for me, is that sometimes I don't have an hour or an hour and a half to devote to paper piecing a project. Don't get me wrong, I love the look of paper piecing, and I love the different layers, but if you have something that has 10 different layers or 12 different layers, and you need to have that card done quickly, that's not going to be done quickly. So to be able to take that image and print it and then cut it on the machine and have almost the same look with the coloring on your card is going to cut down time a ton. So that would be, that's my number 10, but probably my favorite as of right now with the machine, and that's my top 10. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and, of course, email me, or you can also comment on this video. I hope this helped everyone. Again, like I said, I've gotten quite a few questions about why I should upgrade, what the differences are, what is so exciting about this new machine, and if you tune into my channel, which you're obviously watching this on, or you subscribe, you will see a lot of different things that I do with the Cricut Explore machine and the capabilities of it, and why I love it so much. So again, I thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next video, bye!